Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Leo. If Leo is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. And so our card for tonight is the Princess of Wands. And let's see what these tea leaves have to say. And I'm not surprised, but immediately we have this little heart. And so, when I see the Princess of Wands, I often think, okay, this is going to be very much about love, lust, sensuality, really having that like fiery desire, the urge to connect with. It doesn't have to just be like another person, but with something that is profoundly moving, something that is inspiring and inspired, something that is beautiful in that way. That is maybe indescribable, a scenery, going to a place, being immersed, the sensations, the impressions, and so on. And this is, this card is so much about these kinds of feelings. And so let's see, what do we have going on immediately? Oh, wow. Okay. So, right here, I see we have, it looks like, the nose. Okay. And then you can see the eye and kind of, an eyebrow, an eye, kind of the little, where the whiskers would be. We have the lion's face. Okay, so yes, this is for Leo. We definitely have, it almost reminds me kind of the cowardly lion in the Wizard of Oz. But yes, it is there. We have that beautiful lion. Beautiful lion. So we also have some twos. We have a two here. Now, where are the other ones? We have a two. Oh, yes. We have a two. And there was at least one more that I saw that was pretty prominent. Yes. And a two. Okay. Right there. So 2, 2, 2. Twos are important this cycle. Okay. So look out for the twos. We also have a 4. Okay. So maybe the secret of the universe, right? 42 or 24. So let's see. This is my last reading of the night. So I am kind of in that silly, almost ready for bed, going to put on, I think tonight is the second episode of the new season of True Detective. And I will plug that here because it's such a good show. Okay, so what do we have? We have a little chick, little baby chicken. We have a little mountain. Actually, no, not a mountain. We have a little, it looks like a pine tree. Okay, an evergreen. I love the evergreen symbols because in my mind, it really is this enduring, it's the same through all the seasons. It is there. It is vibrant. It has the same, potent smell to it, strong and lasting. And, I feel like this really is, it not unlike the Leo energy. I mean, they're really, you show up no matter what the circumstances are, right? Brave, face things head on. And I feel like also somebody that other people can really rely on. Okay. Now, I know these are all good things. It can also kind of be like its own prison in some ways, right? So always trying to live up to other people's expectations. Feeling like you cannot venture out of the persona or the life that you have built for yourself. Being afraid that if you kind of venture out of that, things might not work out, people might not accept it, you yourself might not accept, putting that life down and starting another one or a new chapter. But the thing is that the authentic self is always there, right? That core thing. No matter how you decorate it, no matter what you adorn it with, no matter what the seasons are, right? There is a lasting and unchangeable aspect of being, okay? And that is that divine spark. That really is that thing, that most interior thing. And so, I look at this and I think this is also this fiery energy. Change. It is. It's the transform. It transforms. It's the transformer. And, I think that you are in a place where you've been wanting to try some different things. Maybe like living in a different place, doing a different job, meeting somebody new. I don't know, something, right? And I'm not going to tell you what to do either way. That's not my place. But I see that there is a sense of, something has to change, right? Here, we don't have to change everything at once, though. Okay. Sometimes we have to do it incrementally, right? We'll start small. And I think that really when we are feeling kind of stagnant, and this is the thing that I think is so important, is starting with things like changing your routine, stepping outside of your normal schedule, doing something different, okay? Maybe you get up and you go for a walk, or, you go for a swim, you do whatever it is, I don't know. Instead of doing that intentional movement right there in the morning, maybe doing it in the evening instead. Maybe taking a different route to work, right? Or when you get off of work, taking the long way home, the scenic route. I don't know. Something, going to a different gas station, trying a different kind of tea, deciding that you're going to join, a class at the community college, an evening class or something. And it could be online, whatever it is. But get outside of your normal schedule. Do something that's different. Doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to take up a lot of time, but just these little things that we change, it could make you feel completely different. Even just going to a new place. Sometimes when I'm feeling very adventurous, I like to shop at a different store. We all have our favorite, like, grocery stores. And sometimes, you just have to, like, go to the other one on the other side of town, right? And so... and it feels different. It's a whole other experience. So, I think it's good to shake things up, especially if we're thinking about, okay, I'm going to do something I'm going to quit my job and go, live on the beach or whatever, which sounds fantastic, by the way. But, I think before we get to that place, maybe we try some smaller steps first, like the baby steps, okay? And maybe you don't want to change anything big at all, but yeah, you just want something a little different, And these are the places where we can do that. And I know I probably sound like a if you're 18 years old and listening to this, which I'm sure you're not, but 18, 20, you're in college or whatever, you're thinking this lady is boring. Yeah, you get kind of boring as you get older. And going to a new grocery store is a big, that's a brave act. I might not be able to find the soy milk that I like. That could really wreck my whole day. Then I'd have to go to the old grocery store as well. So I'm risking it all sometimes, and yeah, that's just the way it goes. You get older, you take, your risks seem different than when you're younger. So anyways, yes, let's see. What else do we have? We have some flowers, and I feel like, as I'm looking at this, we have these little, they look like little, beings, and I'm thinking, oh, these are like kind of, I feel as if there have been some fae around, right? Fairies, elves, gnomes, playing some tricks on you. I would not be surprised if something has gone missing. Nothing of importance, but things around the house being misplaced. And things showing up. Things that, little shiny special things, or, a button or whatever. Maybe you have a ferret in it and it's bringing you gifts from all over the place. But yes, I feel like there's a sense of, what is going on? Where are all these things going? Where am I setting my keys in it? Where did they go? And I feel like there is a little bit of mischief, but it's fun. It's not anything bad. And let's see, we have a, it looks like a hot air balloon on this side. And so I think of daydreaming, actually. There seems to be a lot of daydreaming going on. I feel like that's the thing here, is there's the daydreaming, but then there's also this feeling of maybe some inaction, right? Kind of, I wish I could do these things, but I never will be brave enough to do it, and I think this is kind of internal dialogue, but I think it's about doing the little things first, just trying some different stuff out, shaking yourself out of the norm. Sometimes we have to like pry ourselves out of the things that feel comfortable, safe, even if they're things we don't even care for. We just get so used to doing it a certain way. It doesn't even make sense. Sometimes it's like super not efficient, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. Besides doing this, and now I guess I'm not technically just that. We have businesses now, but I still feel like predominantly, I'm a homemaker and stay-at-home mom. And so everything is about efficiency for me, getting things done, getting as many chores done as I can, as many things, lined up and ready to go. And, sometimes we fall into these places where we think, oh, this is the best way. This is the way I know how to do it. I don't feel like learning a different way. And it so easily can be changed, but we get stuck in it. So we have to try little things, right? We need some variety, where it is manageable. Okay, so we have, it looks like Hermes. We have a person standing here with the arm out and then the winged kind of hat there. We also have a bird who is kind of taken flight. Now we know Hermes is the god of communication, messaging. He would, they would bring messages to the different gods, and kind of the gossip, right? Kind of the TMZ of of the mythology world. And so, I feel like there are some messages coming through for you. And I feel like these are probably dreams, but it is something that really is changing the feeling of your, the spirit in your life. And, you kind of waking up, having these intense dreams, if you recall them or not, but they're bleeding over into your waking life. And I feel like it's really changing how you feel, just generally. And I think this is kind of where there are these stirrings of wanting to, try something new, different, get unstuck. I feel like there's like a real sense of, like what you would call like writer's block. The ideas are kind of there, the fragments of them, but it's like, how can I get this stuff together? I don't know how to get past this thing, this boulder that is in my life, right? And, but I feel like the psyche is really like, hey, come on. I'm gonna like just flood you with these messages, with these dreams, these visions, signs, symbols, synchronicities, and so on. And that really is getting the spirit going. We also have, it looks like a person riding on some kind of serpent, okay? And we have a bird right here as well. So, to me, it really looks like there's also this turn towards maybe some research, learning, looking for. And I think this is a good way as well. Just kind of, even if you are at the beginning stages, writing down ideas of like, what would I like to learn about? What would I like to go see, experience? What would aid me in this process of kind of deciding, how am I going to change things? Am I going to begin a new project? Am I going to go back to school? Am I going to, again, try a different job or something? So I think, with the serpent definitely is that knowledge. And then up here we have the bird, and it looks like a chicken or a rooster possibly. But it is a sign of abundance, fertility, but also kind of an alarm, kind of going off. Like, okay, now is the time. This is a good time. This is the time. Spirit, that mercurial energy really coming through, shifting, lots of the fire, right? The fires of change, of inspiration, of love, obsession, devotion, all this kind of, we also have the roses aflame on the pyre, and the fragrance of the mysteries, right? Those beautiful, beautiful secrets of the universe, just kind of, scenting our life, keeping us really, always hungry to know, see, feel, experience more. And yeah, we're there. Let's go. So, we have the Sphinx here. So the riddle, right? The question. And this, to me, often is the question of, what is my true will, right? What is really the thing that is motivating you beneath all of the constructs, the constraints, the conditioning, at the very core of it? And this sometimes is something that we absolutely don't want to admit to ourselves, let alone anybody else, right? So often we are motivated at our very core by things that are hard to express, and but it's, at some point in our life, we have to stop and really begin to peel back the layers so that we can truly look at that. for better or worse. We need to know, right? And we have to learn to align our lives in such a way that it uses this motivation, this true will that we have, because it is the fuel of our being. It is the spark. It is the word, right? And it manifests in our lives either way. If we suppress it, or if we, celebrate it. Okay. It's going to, it's the thing, at the steering wheel. So, I think this is one of those times where, checking in with yourself, really kind of reevaluating, where am I at? What does this all mean? I'm going to look at this without the influence of things around me or even myself, because that's the thing. So often it's like we go through so many years of being conditioned by what we should do, what we, want to do, what we need to do, what other people are doing, and then it gets mixed up together, and then we just apply it to our path, and it just builds up. It's hard to see clearly. And so, we go through these times where we have to look at it. We have to really look. Now, we have a bridge. We have a bridge, and we have a key. We have a bridge and a key. So, yeah, I think really kind of this energy, this time period being kind of the catalyst to get you over that troubled water, wherever that is, whatever that's manifesting as in your life. I feel like a lot of it is stagnant, just being stagnant, feeling stagnant, perceiving things as being stagnant. And this, will end up being the key. If you put the time into this work, into getting just at the lowest level, like I said, just going to different places, doing different things. Go to a different park, somewhere you've never been. It doesn't have to be anything huge or special. You don't have to drive to the ocean or anything like that, some grand place. Just simply going to a new trail to walk on, or a new library, or, whatever. I don't know, somewhere different. Okay. And seeing how that goes, and then adding more to your routine, or taking things away, mixing it up, even if it's just like once a month, getting yourself unstuck. Yeah. Okay. Leo. Let's see. What do we have here? We have the Mary Magdalene Oracle cards by Megan Watterson. And these are illustrations by Moonjube. Let me just tell you, I love these cards so much. I'm a huge, I don't even know what to say, fan, devotee, obsessed with with Magdalene, or Mary Magdalene, as an icon, as an archetype, as an intelligence. She is always, very alive in my work. And then these cards are also done in the collage and cut up style, which are two of my favorite mediums. So let's just go ahead and turn this over. And it says, I call myself back from all times and all places. Presence. I exist intensely. So I feel like this is like the ultimate Princess of Wands energy. There's that intensity. I mean, that fire is burning. Passion, desire, love. Yes. And sometimes it won't take its leave until it's, been realized, right? So, Leo, I want to go ahead and say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor and a privilege to be able to do these readings for you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. They mean a lot to me. They really, really, really do. So I will say, I love you. I love you. I love you. We will talk soon. We will talk in a few days. And take care of yourself. I'm thinking of you. And good night.